So, my Kingdom Hearts Final Mix Synthesis Guide is easily the most viewed video on my channel. So, I think it's time we brought it back for Kingdom Hearts 3. I worked long and hard on this guide for you guys, so if you do like it, then please leave a like, share it with your friends, and leave a comment, just to help me satisfy YouTube's obnoxious algorithm. And if you are interested in these more in-depth guides, then you'll definitely want to hit that subscribe button, as I've got tons more heading your way in the near future. But before we dive in, there are a couple of things I need to go over. Firstly, be aware that there are some potential spoilers ahead. I don't plan on spoiling anything intentionally, but what are classified as spoilers vary from person to person, so just to be safe, here is your warning. Secondly, no matter what other people say, it is possible to make Ultima weapon before the final boss. I've seen it being done firsthand, so I know for a fact that you can. Just need to be prepared before entering the Keyblade Graveyard. This does include obtaining certain materials from breakable boxes that are not farmable until post-game, mainly Twilight crystals. I'll go full on in-depth on crafting the Ultima weapon and how to get it before the final boss at the end, so stay tuned for that. Thirdly, for this guide, I'm going to be breaking down every single one of the 60 synthesis materials, going over which enemies drop them, where said enemies can be found, and how many of each materials you will need to craft one of everything, not including Keyblade upgrades. Timestamps will be listed in the description down below. In many circumstances, it is easier to farm these materials from battle gates post-game, so for each material I'll also list which battle gates are best to farm them from, where applicable. I'll also be mentioning if they are synthable, as you may find it easier or faster to do so, and I'll also mention if they are purchasable from the shop, provided you've met the requirements. Most, if not all, enemies drop multiple synth materials, and again, most, if not all, synth materials are dropped from several different enemies. So, just to save me finding and listing every single one of these options, I'm just going to be mentioning the methods that I personally use for synthesis. As of writing this, the game currently has not even been out for a week yet, so some of the information I provide may be a little sketchy, but I have personally verified all 60 methods, and I will try to post updates in the description down below, so do be sure to check that out. I've not seen this being mentioned anywhere, but you can in fact equip the favourite Deputy Keyblade for an additional lucky strike ability. You can also get lucky rings from the prize postcards, but I'm not convinced it's worth the effort. So if you have already, equip it. If not, don't worry about it. You can respawn enemies by activating any load screen. This can be done by changing rooms, going to the world map, or through teleporting from one save spot to another. Be sure you have completed all photo missions and collector's goals, as these unlock specific crafting recipes, as well as allowing for different materials to be purchasable from the Moogle shop. And lastly, in some instances, some Heartless appear to drop different items depending on different situations. For example, sea sprites can drop blazing, frost and lightning materials, depending on what colour they are. I'm unsure exactly how this works or how accurate this is, as it requires more testing, but do keep this in mind if you are looking for a specific material that does not seem to be dropping. Okay, with that out of the way, let's just dive into it. Blazing shards can be farmed from fire cores, which are located in Olympus or from Battlegate 1, and you are going to need 24 of them. Stones can be farmed from fire cores, which can be located in Olympus or from Battlegate 1, and you are going to need 26 of them. You will need 9 blazing gems, which can be farmed from Vermilion Soundburs, located on the Grand Rail sections of both Olympus and Monstropolis. Alternatively, they can be farmed from sea sprites as long as they are red, which can be located in the Caribbean. Please note that sea sprites do change colour after a little while, so if they are not with the correct colour, then you can just wait for them to switch. Blazing crystals can be farmed from high soldiers, which are located on the streets of San Francisco at night, or from Battlegate 12, and you are going to need at least 6 of them. Frost shards can be farmed from Winterhorns located in Arendelle, of which you will need 21. The 20 frost stones that you are going to need can be farmed from the Winds of Frost Serpents, which are located in Arendelle. The gems as well can be farmed from the Winds of Frost Serpents, located in Arendelle, of which you are going to need at least 10 of them. The 8 frost crystals that you are going to need can be farmed from the heads of Frost Serpents, which are located in Arendelle. Lightning shards can be farmed from soldiers, which can be located in most worlds, but specifically you can find them in Olympus or from Battlegate 1, and you will need 21 of them. Stones can be farmed from gold beets, which can be located in Arendelle or the Caribbean, or they can be farmed from Battlegate 4. In total, you will need 37 of them. Gems can be farmed from tire blades, which can be located in San Francisco, or from yellow sea sprites located in the Caribbean, or again from Battlegate 4, and you will need 11 of them. Crystals can be farmed from tire blades, which are located in San Francisco, or from Battlegate 4, and you will need 6 in total. You will need a grand total of 28 lucid shards, which can be farmed from air soldiers in Olympus, or from puffballs in Corona, and of course you can also farm them through Battlegate number 7. As for stones, 22 are required, all of which can be farmed either from Malachite Boleros, which can be found in Corona, or from Battlegate number 7. For gems, you'll need 14 of these, which can be farmed from either Chief Puffs located in Corona, or from Vaporflies, which can be found on Exile Island in the Caribbean. And number 10 is the Battlegate of Twist for these ones. Lucid crystals can be farmed from Anchor Raiders, which are located on the Isle of Luck, or through Battlegate number 10. Or you could also synthesize them, as in total you're only going to need 7 of them. Pulsing Shards can be farmed from Battlegate number 6, or from the masses of power wilds found on Isla Verde in the Caribbean. All in all, you'll need to nab at least 19 of these. For stones, 18 is the number you'll need, which can be obtained similarly from power wilds on Isla Verde or from Battlegate number 6. As for gems, they can be acquired from satyrs, which are located most commonly on both Arendelle and Olympus, or you could just go to Battlegate 1 in order to obtain the 20 you'll need. Crystals come from Battlegate 11, from Synthene, or from farming helmed bodies which are located throughout Arendelle. All these methods will help you get the 7 you'll require. Writhing Shards are easily obtained from shadows which are located throughout the game, but most easily accessible from Olympus. Or you could head over to Battlegate 0 to obtain the 17 you'll need to synthesize everything. 29 stones are required, all of which can be obtained through the same method as before, either from shadows in Olympus or from Battlegate 0. Gems again can be farmed through Battlegate 0, although from the Flutterings this time. However, if you are looking for a change of scenery, you could always head over to Arendelle to farm the 13 you'll need from the helm bodies located there. As for Writhing Crystals, only 5 of these are necessary, all of which can be obtained in San Francisco via both High Soldiers and Mechanitars, or you can simply farm them from Battlegate 12. Betwixt Shards are dropped from Reapers located in the Kingdom of Corona, or from Battlegate number 9. In total, you'll want 4 of them. Stones, only 2 of these are required, both of which can be obtained either from ninjas found in Arendelle or from Battlegate number 9. Similar to Shards, Betwixt gems can be dropped from Reaper nobodies, which can be found either in Corona or in Battlegate number 9. In total, you'll only need to farm 5 of these, so all in all, not too bad. Crystals, much like the stones, only 2 are required, and again, just like stones, ninjas are where you can find them, located in both Arendelle and in Battlegate number 9. When it comes to Twilight Shards, we are sticking with Battlegate number 9 for now, as that's where you'll want to go for all 4 of the Twilight Shards you'll need. Or I suppose you could also farm them from any place you find dusks, which is most worlds, but if you're looking for specifics, then again I'd recommend Arendelle. For stones, you're only going to need 2 of them, which you can get from dusks, again either in Arendelle or in Battlegate number 9. Twilight gems come from gamblers, which can either be found in Port Royale of the Caribbean or from Battlegate number 9. You're going to need 9 of these in total. When it comes to Twilight crystals, we are finally moving away from Battlegate number 9, as instead we need to head over to Battlegate number 3, as this is the only place you can consistently farm these from, as they are only dropped from sorcerers, and this is the only place in the entire game that you'll encounter one. In total, you are only going to need to collect 3 of these. All MYTHRIL materials can be obtained via shooting the blue asteroids floating around in space with your gummy ship, or you could save yourself the hassle and just synthesize some. Whichever way you decide to do, you will need a total of 23 shards, 34 stones, 31 gems and 30 crystals. Sinister materials are only dropped from the Inversed, which are found only within Monstropolis. For specifics, you'll want 14 shards, which can be farmed from floods, 11 stones, which are confirmed dropped by spiked turtle toads, 8 gems, which are dropped by both flower snakes and regular turtle toads, and finally 4 crystals, which again are dropped from spiked turtle toads. Soothing Shards are farmable from watercores, which are located all over the Caribbean or through Battlegate number 10. To complete synthesis, you'll need a grand total of 19 of them. 16 Soothing Stones are required, all of which can be obtained from either marine rumbas, watercores, or spear lizards, all of which are found throughout the Caribbean, or you could just go back to Battlegate number 10. Soothing Gems are dropped by the marine rumbas that you can find in both the Caribbean or in Arendelle, or like the rest of the Soothing materials, you could head over to Battlegate number 10 to collect the 7 you'll want. Soothing Crystals, only 5 of these are needed. These can be obtained from spear lizards, which technically can be located in the Caribbean, however finding them can be a real pain, so if possible I would recommend resorting to the Old Faithful Battlegate number 10. Or if you are trying to do this before the end game, they are in fact synthable. WELLSPRING shards are dropped from soldiers and large bodies, which can be found throughout Olympus. Or if you've not had enough of the Caribbean, you could also head to Isla Verde, where you'll find hordes of power wilds. Alternatively, Battlegate number 10 is again a very viable option for farming the 12 you'll need. When it comes to WELLSPRING stones, would you believe me if I told you that Battlegate number 10 is the go-to place for these two? You'll want to farm the 6 you need from either said Battlegate or again from any large body you can find, most likely in Olympus. As for Wellspring gems, Anchor Raiders are the poor unfortunate souls you'll want to be taken out to receive these gems. They can be found either in, you guessed it, Battlegate number 10, or my personal favourite place, the Isle of Luck in the Caribbean. You could also try farming them off sea sprites whilst they are in their rainbow form, although I do not recommend this as they can be a rarer drop this way. However you decide to do it, one thing will remain the same, and that is that you'll want to make sure you have at least 19 of them in order to complete your synthesis. When it comes to crystals, a whopping 17 of these are necessary, all of which can be obtained by slaying the high soldiers located in San Francisco, either on the streets or within Battlegate number 12. Hungry shards are most easily farmed through Popcats located in the video game section of Toy Box, or you could head over to Battlegate number 3, either way you're looking to collect 13 of them. When it comes to both stones and gems, you'll find it easiest to get these by cutting the tails of frost serpents located in Arendelle. In total you'll want 9 stones and 11 gems. As for crystals, you'll want 9 overall, which can be found from the Mechanitars located in San Francisco or within Battlegate 12. These next two are a little bit trickier to get. Both Evanescent and Illusory crystals can only be obtained post-game via the completion of Battlegates. You're only going to need 2 of these, which you'll get by clearing Battlegates 6, 8, 9 and 3 for the first time. However, should you want more, you can find Evanescent crystals in Battlegate 9, where they'll be dropped from the single Berserker that spawns, or for the Illusionary crystals, you can farm them off the Demon Tower that spawns in Battlegate 8. I have also heard rumours of Evanescent crystals dropping in gate number 3 and Illusionary crystals dropping in number 6, but I have never seen this happen to me personally, so I cannot confirm these two. As I've said, these two are a little finicky when it comes to getting them to drop, and I even had to go back to the title screen and reload my save in order to get the Illusionary crystals to spawn, so don't get too frustrated if they don't show up at first. Damascuses, Adamatites, Fluorites, Electrums and Orichalcums are all obtained similarly to the MYTHRIL materials. However, this time it is impossible to synthesize these materials, so you'll have to shoot the asteroids. It is currently believed that different areas have different drop rates, so just to be safe, I will list where I personally had them drop for me. I found Damascus in both Misty Stream and the Eclipse, and you are going to need 8 of them. Adamatites I found in the Eclipse, and you will only require 1 of these. Fluorites I found in Starlight Way, and you are going to need 2 of these. Side note, these ones actually can be synthesized, but I wouldn't recommend it. You can get Electrums from the Eclipse, and again, you'll only need the 1. And Orichalcums I also found in the Eclipse, and you are going to want to get at least 15 of them. Now so far we have covered 59 of the synthesis materials available within Kingdom Hearts 3, so now it's time to talk about the last one, Orichalcum Pluses, and the item they are used to craft, the Ultima weapon. So as I mentioned earlier, it is in fact possible to craft the Ultima weapon before the final boss, as long as you know what you're doing. So I am going to explain what you'll need to do in order to achieve this. However, be warned that spoilers are prevalent here, as one of the Orichalcum Pluses is not available until you reach the final world. So, if you want to back out now, here is your last chance to do so. Okay, so first things first, you are going to need to unlock the recipe for the Ultima weapon. In order to do this, you will need to obtain 58 out of the 60 available synthesis materials. And due to the fact that both Evanescent and Illusionary crystals can only be obtained post-game, in order to do this, you will have to obtain every other single material. Thankfully, you are currently watching a guide that has just shown you where you can find each of these without battle gates, so this should not be a problem. The only issue here is not knowing which materials you are missing, as well as not being able to farm for Twilight crystals. However, it is possible to obtain these from breakable boxes and crates scattered throughout every world. Also remember that one of the 58 materials you need to find is an Orichalcum Plus, so don't forget to pick one of these up as well. Once you do have the recipe, you are going to need 2 Wellspring crystals, 2 Lucid crystals and 2 Pulsing crystals, as well as the 7 Orichalcum Pluses. Now the crystals themselves should not be that much of a problem for you. If they are, just remember that both the Pulsing and the Lucid crystals are themselves synthable, so you may wish to consider that. With that out of the way, all that's left are these 7 Orichalcum Pluses. Now, as previously mentioned, one is located in the final world, so assuming that you have not been there yet, that one is off limits. However, this just means that you need to collect the remaining 6 Orichalcum Pluses and all of the necessary crystals needed before heading to the final world. Once there, you'll need to pick up the last one before heading to the nearest Moogle to synthesize the Ultima weapon. So where are these Orichalcum Pluses and where do we get them? The first and, in my opinion, the most annoying one to obtain is as a reward for posting prize postcards in Traverse Town. Now, as far as I'm aware, this is completely luck based. However, if you are aiming for it, then what you can do is get a postcard, save, post it, and then if it is not the Orichalcum Plus, you can reload your save and post it again. You can also get multiple postcards to decrease the number of times you're going to need to reload your save. The second Orichalcum Plus is obtained by receiving the highest rank possible on all of the mini-games of the 7 Flan Heartlesses. Now, we currently do not know exactly what the required scores are, however, you will know if the score you have received is high enough if after the minigame the Flan starts jumping in excitement, and if you are rewarded with 3 of its selected ingredient. If they only clap and you only receive 1 of the ingredients, then this does not count. Thirdly, you will need to collect all 10 of the secret treasures in the Frozen Slider minigame. You do not need to get all of them in one go, and there are plenty of guides out there on YouTube, so just look up the locations and you'll be fine. The easiest one to get is located in a chest on Exile Island in the Caribbean. The 5th one is obtained by collecting 80 of the 90 available lucky emblems located throughout the game. Again, a combination of the gummy phone and an online guide, and this one should be relatively easy for you to get. The last one you can get before heading to the final world is acquired by defeating the final gummy ship boss, the Omega Machine. In order to make it spawn, you need to defeat all the other bosses located in the Eclipse Galaxy. Once you have all 6 of these, just continue on with the story until you watch a cutscene involving young Xehanort that takes place in San Francisco. After that cutscene has ended, you will want to turn around and enter the purple portal to transport yourself back to the final world. Once inside, you'll instantly see the large chest that contains the final Orichalcum Plus. And with that complete, all you'll need to do now is synthesize it at the next Moogle you encounter, and the Ultima weapon will now belong to you, just in time for the final boss. Anyway, now that that's been covered, my Kingdom Hearts 3 complete synthesis guide is finally over. If you did find this guide useful, then don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.